How many of you had experience of renting a car from a renting company? Good. So, don't you love when they try to sell you their extra insurance on that car? They tell you, sir, your insurance will work, but ours covers bumper to bumper just in case something happens. That annoys me a lot. One, I have a good insurance, and two, I think I'm a pretty good driver. And three, in my driver's license, I have a picture with a Roman color, so no cop will give me a ticket. Well, one day, God will punish me, and there will be Jehovah's Witness cop, and I will make it up for all the years they let me go. But basically speaking, I don't enjoy when car rental person pushes his or her insurance. Last year, about that time in September, October, I went on a road trip to Alaska. And once I got to Fairbanks, Alaska, I decided to go all the way to the Arctic Circle so I can take a picture at the Arctic Circle, but my car rental company did not allow me to take rental car on that Dalton Highway. You know, it's unpaved highway, very narrow highway, and the big 18-wheelers do not slow down for anything that has less than 18 wheels. So basically they told me, if you go on that highway, you may not come back. Well, in Fairbanks, thank goodness, there is a special car rental company that rents cars only for that purpose, for people crazy enough to go on Dalton Highway. And those cars come equipped with CB radio because there is no cell phone service anywhere. And that car comes with very special insurance. They basically tell you, we expect you to break a window. We expect you to have a flat tire at least once on your trip. So they don't even ask you, they force you to buy extra insurance when you go on the Dalton Highway from Fairbanks up north. Well, I got a second car, so for 2 days I was renting 2 cars at the same time. I went north all the way to the Arctic Circle, took my picture, drove back, survived it, and so did the car. Not a single scratch. All the windows intact. And all 4 tires just fine. Imagine my irritation. You promised me adventures. Where are the broken windows? But then I thought to myself, maybe I just got lucky. Maybe in addition to being a pretty good driver, it was my lucky day. What would happen if it wasn't my lucky day and one of the windows got broken, or 1 or 2 or 3 tires went flat? I would be very happy to have this extra insurance to cover all the expenses. So sometimes, even though you think, and I do, we are good drivers, sometimes it is good to have that extra insurance that covers bumper to bumper, so to speak. Today's gospel once again makes a good guy look bad. Pharisee, basically, is a good, responsible driver. That Pharisee is someone I would love to have as my parishioner. I really would. He tithes on everything. Come on, which pastor wouldn't like that? He's fasting twice a week. He's obeying all the religious and civil laws. So basically, he's a good guy, right? And for some reason, Jesus makes him look like the bad guy. Why? He doesn't cheat, he pays the taxes, he tithes to his church, he's fasting on Ash Wednesday, Good Friday, doing all the right things, and in the gospel, he looks bad. It annoys me sometimes that Jesus makes the good, hard-working people look bad. It's like the prodigal son parable all over again. Remember prodigal son? 2 boys, one crazy young one goes away, spends his money with gambling, prostitutes, and drugs. And the older one works hard all his life, obeys his father, and at the end, the good one looks bad, and the crazy youngster looks good. What's wrong with Jesus? Why he keeps making good, hard-working people look bad? Why every parable in the gospel makes good drivers looking really irresponsible and nasty? Why? Well, maybe perhaps because we know we are good. And once you realize that you are a good driver, you slowly become arrogant. And you think to yourself, why do I need that insurance? I have good reflex, my eyes are fine, I can drive anywhere I want, and I have had no accidents so far. So why bother with insurance? It's like someone who is young, healthy, exercises every day, can say, why bother with getting health insurance? I have never been sick. I go to gym every other day. I take my multivitamins. Why bother with health insurance, right? I'm good. Nothing will ever happen to me. Well, wait a week. Once you think that you are good on your own, that you are a good enough driver, that your driver's license with priestly color will save you every time, that's when you don't need God anymore. Because you are good enough. If you are healthy enough, if you exercise and take a good care of yourself, why bother with God? Who needs God if you can take care of yourself? Who needs God if you can live your life the proper way, obey all the rules, go to church, pay your taxes? Why bother with God? But if you realize, like that tax collector, that even when you do your best, you still fall short, that's when you come to your senses and say, yes, I do need God. I cannot make it on my own. Even though I try my best, there will be someone else driving on that street who might hit me from left or right side. Even if I exercise every day and stay in good shape, I might be diagnosed with something that is out of my control. And so I need that health insurance. When we become so arrogant that we believe we are in control of our life and we are just fine on our own, there is no need for God. Who needs God if you are just okay? But when you truthfully acknowledge that with the best intentions, working hard every day, you still fall short of the best you can be, then you open room for God. People who are perfect don't need God. People who are human need and want God to be present in our lives.